Good morning, my loves. I'm always telling you how pleasure stimulates the metabolism. Well, today we're going to make fast metabolism truffles. Sometimes some of the desserts that we make can feel a little bit intimidating, so I wanted to do this together so that you feel uninhibited when it comes to making sweets for yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with avocado. You need about one large avocado. I only had small ones, so I'm doing 1.5 small avocados. You're going to add that to your blender. Let me get all these in here. Remember, avocado is so good for the libido. It's good for fat burning. It's really good brain food. I'll add this third one in here. So again, I'm using 1.5 because my avocados were a little on the small side today. And I want to make sure that my truffles are nice and creamy in the texture. Just grab a little rag here. All right. So you're going to add your avocado, and then you're going to add raw cacao. And you want 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. Raw cacao is very good for the adrenal glands, really good to help you sleep. Remember, cacao helps support what we call our adaptogenic hormones, the hormones that regulate blood pressure, blood sugar, deep sleep, edema. All of those things are wonderful. So see how not only delicious but healthy your truffles are going to be. Now you don't have to, but I like to add some either raw pecans or raw walnuts to mine. I like my truffles with a little bit of kick. Again, great brain food. Today I'm adding some walnuts. You can do pecans, you can do almonds, any nut or seed as long as it's raw. Remember, as soon as you roast those in the roasting process, our body cannot metabolize the fats as efficient. I'm going to add these are unsweetened carob chips. You want to make sure there's no corn, no soy lecithin in them, unsweetened carob chips. You can actually use cacao nibs. If you do that, you have to add a little bit of, usually 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in order to get that same moisture and texture that you're going to get from the cacao nibs. So because they're unsweetened, I add some stevia. We have our metabolism sweet. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of the caramel stevia. I really want these truffles to be impressive and delicious. And there we go. Good for the metabolism. So I'm going to add about 8 drops of the caramel as well. Then I'm going to pump mine up a little bit by adding a Himalayan sea salt. Remember, when you use your salt, you don't want to use a traditional salt, a sodium chloride. You want to use a sea salt. It has all the minerals and nutrients. But also remember, this is going to be refrigerated and cold. These truffles are going to be cold or at room temperature. But when I talk about using a sea salt when you're cooking, I really like you to flavor with salt after you cook. Because if you're using it in your soups while you're cooking all the time, you lose a lot of those minerals and nutrients that you're investing so much in when you buy a nice expensive salt. Okay, if you would like, you can add a little bit. See, this is all the love I have for you. Tons and tons and tons. Whoopsie. You can add a little bit of almond extract, make sure that it's alcohol free, or you can add a little bit of vanilla extract. Again, I'm going to add a little bit of both of this. I'm just planning on these truffles knocking your socks off. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. Woo. You can use freshly ground or the vanilla bean. I love vanilla bean powder. You can use a little bit of mint if you want. You can use either from mint tea, from fresh mint, or if you want, you can use a mint extract. Again, as long as it doesn't have any alcohol or corn or things. I'm gonna blend all of this together, and then we're gonna lay it out, and I'm gonna show you how to store it in your refrigerator. When you're done blending, you're going to spread this into a glass container so you can put it in the fridge so it can firm up. If you want to blend, quickly, you can, little tip, you can melt your carob chips ahead of time. But this is pretty much the consistency that you're looking for. Get a little more out of there. You can also use a food processor if you prefer, just showing you this. It's going to kind of look like a little thick brownie or cake batter. You need to get all of that out of there. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I want to kind of just take a spoon right now and have a little bit. But I know that in the truffle form, it's going to be so beautiful. So you're going to get all of that out of your blender. I left a little in there. I'm going to have to get in there and get to work. Like I said, if you use cacao nibs as opposed to the carob chips, you will have to add about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil or olive oil. Otherwise, the consistency is not moist enough. And so let me just show you right here. You're gonna flatten it all like that, and you're gonna put it in the fridge for about 2 hours. I've already put some in the fridge for you to show you. So let's go ahead and let's construct our truffles. This is so fun, guys. I love making food with you, and especially desserts. This is delicious. So once you've put your batter, or as we call it, your truffle innards, the mixings, in the fridge for about 2 hours, it's gonna stiffen up a little bit. And I like to use one of these tools. It's like what you would use for a melon baller. You can make them big and use like an ice cream scoop. And you're just gonna come in and you're gonna make a nice size, let's see, like this. There you go. And then you drop it in your coconut flakes. Let me show you here. And you just roll it around a little bit. Oh my goodness. Now, I did put my sea salt inside my blender when I mixed it. You can use a food processor if you prefer. You can also put your sea salt, cracked sea salt out on the outside. You can use thicker. I like the thicker coconut flakes. You can use really, really thin ones. You can kind of play with these a little bit. Let me make one more, you and I together, and then I'll show you my tray. So these again are super simple. They're great when your body's craving sweets, when your body's telling you it needs something that's very satisfying and makes you feel like you're taking care of yourself. I'm just gonna decorate this one a little bit again. Oh my gosh. And put that on our little tray. Ooh, that one was big. That one's for me tonight. And this is what your truffles are gonna turn out like. I do like to put them in the fridge before I'm gonna serve them for a party. It really makes them firm up nicely. They taste incredibly great. And I hope you guys enjoy cooking with me. Yes, very good.